Hola mis amigos and possible amigas, my name is Taffer16. Welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to the Krypton Factor. So, Krypton Factor, British game show that was broadcast on ITV, ran originally from 1977 in September to 1995 in November. 18-year runtime. It was hosted by Gordon Burns. And there was also a kids version called Young Krypton, which ran from 88 to 89. And then the show was actually revived in 08 and 09. So let's see what it says here. It's a long-ass paragraph. Contestants from all across the United Kingdom and Ireland compete in a series of rounds to test their physical stamina and mental attributes. Title of the show is reference to Superman's home planet Krypton. The title perceiving that the contestants had strong superhuman powers for taking part in the challenges that were set. The contestants from 86 onwards all had their corresponding color, either red, green, blue, or yellow. They wore their own clothes. Part physical ability round where the contestants wore track suits, which in early series were red, burgundy, orange, green, black, light blue, dark blue. The track suits were also worn for response rounds in 86, 87. Okay, do I need to know all this? This is just a whole bunch about the tracksuits. Jesus Christ! Whoever wrote this Wikipedia page wrote a whole ass article about the tracksuits. Do I need to know this? Is this important to know? I get the gist though. So they have superhero abilities and they have to do like hard challenges. I get you. So of the series that I have, there were 18 series in the original series. And this is from series 13, which means it took place in between September and November of 1989. This is not that long, it's like 24 minutes. Let's go ahead and watch it. Alrighty, let's get it. Krypton Factor. Everything set up properly? Yep. This is funky.
My name is Jo Edmonds. I'm a primary school
Hello.
teacher from Wakefield in Yorkshire.
I'm Warren Mason, a building management student from Bolton in Lancashire.
183, goddamn. Nice hair.
My name is Paulette Greenwood, PhD chemistry student from Luton in Bedfordshire.
I suck at chemistry.
I'm Jim Scheckter.
Nice.
I run a marketing company in Northwood, Middlesex.
He's gonna win. He's got the experience. I bet you he's gonna fucking destroy these young scrubs. He's got this. I'm calling it right now. He's gonna destroy these fucking scrubs. He's got a suit and everything. Look at him.
Good evening and
fucking
welcome
ballin'.
to the Krypton Factor. Last week we found our first grand finalist of the series with the exciting climax to Group A. Tonight we begin the search to fill another of those 4 grand final places with the first heat in Group B.
Got you.
Ahead lie 6 of the toughest rounds designed to test a range of mental and physical abilities. And this year with a double incentive. The thrill of going to California to tackle a simulated landing of the American space shuttle, which only our 4 grand finalists will undertake. And the glory of lifting the Krypton Trophy to become United Kingdom Superperson 1989.
Damn.
Right, let's get this heat
Superperson.
underway by wishing our 4 new challengers, Jo Edmonds, Warren Mason, Paulette Greenidge, and Jim Scheckter, the
Jim's
very
got
best
this.
of luck.
I'm betting on fucking Jim.
Contestants,
He
headphones
showed
on,
up
please,
with that
now
beard and that
to
suit.
cut out any distraction. And here we go then
He's
with
got this.
round 1, mental agility.
Okay. What the hell are we doing?
And for tonight's test, we return to time intervals of varying types. I will give a contestant some information from which he or she can work out the time, date, day, or month to which I'm referring. For instance, if I said 17 months after March, the reply would be August.
Yeah,
or
of
if I
course.
said 42 seconds before 2 o'clock, then the correct reply would be
2:18?
1:59 and 18 seconds. Fairly tortuous way to start a heat, but as usual, this is a speed test, and each contestant must give me as many answers as he or she can in 40 seconds.
So I say before 2
Now we
o'clock.
begin with you, Joe,
Or
and your 40
4 o'clock, I don't
seconds
remember.
start
I already
now.
forgot. I'm
1
not good
hour,
at this.
10 minutes before 7 o'clock.
5:50.
6 days before Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Wrong. How many
Shit.
days between Thursday and Saturday?
1.
3/4 of an hour after 9:40.
10:25.
5 days before October the 2nd.
September the 27th.
8 months after October.
June.
May.
11 days before Wednesday.
Saturday.
1 week before April the 6th. Don't need
Jesus
to answer that. It would
Christ.
have been March the 30th, but a good start for you, Joe. In 40 seconds, you've got 6 right. Very good. We move on to Warren. Your 40 seconds
Come on, Warren.
start now. 2 hours, 40 minutes before 5 o'clock.
2:20.
The number of days between Friday and the next Wednesday.
4.
5 days before Friday.
Sunday.
9 months after July.
April.
March.
A quarter of an hour
Dang it.
after 4:50.
5:05.
4 days before January the 3rd.
December 31st.
December the 30th.
1 week before July the 4th.
June the 27th.
13 days before Monday.
Tuesday.
7 months before March.
You got
Don't need
8.
to answer that. Would have been August, but great
Sounds like my
start, Warren.
fucking
In 40 seconds, you've got 8
alarm when
right.
I wake up.
Congratulations. And we shall
I'm not
move
gonna be good
straight
at
on
this.
now to Paulette. Stand by.
Couldn't
Your
tell
40
already.
seconds start now. How many days between Tuesday and Sunday?
4.
8 days before Wednesday.
Monday.
Wrong. 1 hour, 30 minutes before 11 o'clock.
9:30.
3 days before September the 1st.
August 29th.
3/4 of an hour after 8:40.
9:25.
7 months after August.
April.
March.
12
Damn
days
it.
before
I'm always
Thursday.
1 month off. Fail!
Don't have to answer it. Would have been Saturday, and good start for you. In 40 seconds, you've got 5 right. Well done, Paulette. And finally, we go to Jim.
All right, Jim's
Your
going to crush
40 seconds,
this.
Jim. Start now. 6 days before Saturday.
Sunday.
45 minutes before 3:20.
2:40.
Wrong.
Dang it.
The number of days between Saturday and Friday.
5.
5.
A quarter of an hour after 6:55.
7:10.
9 months after October.
May.
July.
Oh.
6 days before February the 3rd.
January the 28th.
1 week before May the 2nd.
April the 26th.
Dang
It was, in fact, the 25th, but you're too late anyway. But in 40 seconds, you got 5
Come on,
rights.
bruh.
Well
Oh,
done,
that
Jim.
ball spot! Holy shit!
Usual tough start
Just
to the
shave it
contest,
off, bud.
and
Did
again,
you see
very
that?
good scores.
Holy
Let's look at the
shit.
scoreboard to see how it all worked out.
That ball
There it
spot
is for all
reveals
of you
the
to
plot
see.
twist.
And the early leader with a Krypton factor of 10 is Bolton's Warren Mason.
Well, goddamn, Warren. Look at this cocky little... I mean, look at this big brain winner. Response.
Round 2, where the exciting challenge is to land Britain's supersonic airliner Concorde. And for this exacting test of coordination, nerve and skill, the contestants will take the controls in the £8 million simulator at British Aerospace near Bristol. British Airways Concorde captain Stuart Robertson is the instructor and adjudicator. The approach is into Kennedy Airport, New York. And at the controls for the first attempt is Joe Edmonds, primary school teacher from Wakefield, and that ADI instrument tells her what to do. The vertical yellow bar moving left tells her to fly left. The horizontal bar moves up and down depending on whether you need to ascend or descend. And that's not a good sign out of the window. The captain looks slightly anxious because there's no sign of the runway. And she's enjoying the moment now in the studio, but it was very tense there at the time, and now there's plenty of sky. She's lifted the nose and she's just flying off into space, and so unfortunately we've got to abort that flight, which is a great pity.
400 feet.
Warren Mason next. The runway nicely ahead this time, just trying to keep it steady. It's such a tense, nerve-wracking time for contestants. They all emerge from the
He's like,
simulator
"Oh,
with their
God."
hands shaking from the tension of it all. And of all the different types of simulators we use on Krypton, Concorde is the one the contestants find the most difficult. But Warren coping well. He's just a little bit to the left and corrects nicely.
Nice.
40, 30, 20.
Coming in over the centre line. And he's virtually there, just dropping the nose, and in fact he's done.
Nice.
Well done, Warren. Kept his nerve, controlled it well. Paulette Greenwich. She's a Manchester PhD student, and not descending as she should, needs to push forward on the control column, and head down towards that runway.
Alright, you got to pull it.
Now veering off to the left, so she needs to steer back right, which she's trying desperately to do. But she's in all sorts of trouble. The warning lights are going off all over the place, and it's going into a steep dive now and banking left. And that's a bad crash. Hard luck, Paulette.
Everyone's dead, Paulette!
Jim Schechter from Northwood, Middlesex.
Come on, bold spot experience, you got this.
Runway straight ahead. He's working hard on that control column. Needs to make sure, of course, that he doesn't overcorrect. But so far, so good. Coming in right on the centre line, perhaps a bit low. Needs to pull back a bit on the control column as he concentrates so hard. And he's corrected it nicely.
Nice.
On that centre line, and lands perfectly just on the right spot in the runway, trying to keep it straight. But that's a great performance by Jim Schechter, and he'll be very pleased with himself there. Great stuff.
Good shit.
And now the result. Here's how Captain Robertson judged the Concorde flights. In fourth place, Joe Edmonds, never had the runway in sight and flew up instead of down. Third, Paulette Greenidge, an erratic approach which ended in loss of control and a crash.
Shit.
Second, Warren Mason, a few corrections on the approach, but a good landing on the runway. And the winner, Jim Schechter, an excellent approach and a very good touchdown right on the centre line.
Let's get it.
All those points then go into the scoreboard. And Jim Schechter has moved into second place, just 2 points behind the leader, who with a Krypton factor of 16.
You got this, Jim.
It's still Bolton's Warren Mason.
Not for long, you son of a bitch. Jim's coming for you. Observation.
Our new style observation round now, which measures how much visual and verbal detail registers in your mind when you see some action. We're about to show you and our contestants a short, specially made sketch. You'd only see it once, but during that screening, 6 deliberate continuity errors will take place.
Okay.
They will be in what you see or in what you hear, the way things are done, and in how we handle important and specific information.
Okay.
So, turn to your screens now, please, contestants. Concentrate very hard as we watch this specially shot thriller.
Friday, 3:55 p.m. Hey, that's not the dots on the 55 were not correct. It's supposed to be 2 dots.
Operation Baker. We've planned out all the moves on the blackboard.
Is the newspaper different?
This is the big one. We thought we had it sussed before, but we didn't have enough manpower. Yeah, a lot of people got hurt last time, but this time we've got it right. This patch has been a playground for criminals for too long. They should be coming any minute now. Are you in position, Agent 22?
Yeah, but what if they come the back way, Guff?
They can't, it's blocked, but they don't know that. Not a lot of people know that. Okay, everybody, synchronise.
The Mickey Mouse hand is just past Goofy's nose.
Oh no! He's fucking dead.
And Goofy's foot is just coming up to Mickey's ear. What's that, mate?
Look, Agent 32, in this game you have to keep your wits about you. We want experience, we want precision. You're not in kindergarten now. Now, if a hand is just coming up to 11, then it's 5 to 4. This is it. If anybody wants out, now's the time to go.
Oh Lord, how do you get in there?
I suppose I always knew that in the end, it'd be down to me when it came to tackling the big boys. It's going to be quite a morning. Straight up, war! Franklin, detention tomorrow. Simpkins, leave him alone, he's only a first year. You win some, you lose some. Not a lot of people know that. Carter!
I do now.
That's the lot. Turn to the front now, please, contestants. And will you start to write down what you think the 6 continuity errors were? And that will take a few moments, so let me now thank Steve Coogan, who's probably still battling it out in that playground. And if you'd like to check your own answers to that sketch, well, here come
I got
all
the
6
dots
changes.
weren't correct.
Number 1 was the agent's number.
Are you in position, Agent 22?
But it wasn't Agent 22 later on.
Look, Agent 32, for
Maybe
this
that's how
game
it
you
is
need
over
to
there.
keep your wits
Over here,
about you.
usually it's 2 dots.
Then
on
a
the
change in
clock.
the way Agent 22 wore his watch.
Oh.
It altered from on top of his wrist to the reverse side. The second agent's scarf provided continuity error number 3. It disappeared after the opening of the sketch.
Oh, gotcha.
Then a props difference. Michael Caine's walkie-talkie changed from a
Because
very
see-
large one
Ah.
to a much
Over
more
here,
compact
clock's got
version.
2 dots.
The milk
So I thought
bottles
that
by
part
the
was
dustbin
wrong.
were a
Maybe it's
deliberate
different over
mistake. Number 5. They disappeared towards the end of the sketch. And finally, a dialogue inaccuracy. The opening caption said 3:55 p.m.
Ah.
But Caine said clearly,
It's going to be quite a morning.
Oh.
well, did you get them all?
Oh.
These are the contestants'
right,
answer
yeah.
cards, and while I can reveal that no one spotted all 6, one of them almost did. And I'll
I
tell them how
spilled my
well they
water.
scored. Paulette, you got 3 right, so you're in 4th place.
You suck. I literally knocked my fucking water over, picking up my clock. In hindsight, it was a dumb point to prove, and probably not the smartest of ideas. Because now, I'm having to pause my episode and my recording. I know Paulette got 3 right because she sucks. No, I'm just kidding. And now I'm gonna have. I don't know if you can hear me. Hope you can. I gotta clean up this motherfucking water because it's under my monitor, and I'm stupid. I shouldn't have picked up the clock, but I did. This fucking show is supposed to be about big brain hours, and that was clearly, extremely clearly, not a big brain move. But you know what? Shit happens, yo. Ain't nothing we can do about now. But fucking live with the... Oh, God, the water's all over this fucking speaker, too. And nothing we can do about now. But live with the poor decisions that we've made in life. This being one of them. What poor decisions have you made in life? Sure, you've made some. I just made one just now. Go back to your stupid fucking clock. Okay. I think I've cleaned up all the water. Oh no! It also spilled on the floor and on my wall. That's fucking great. I just love it when there's fucking floor water for me to clean up when I'm trying to watch Krypton Factor. That's fucking the highlight of my day, and also the highlight of the poor decisions that I had made. Fucking yeet! Okay. Anyway, let's see what the others got right.
Joe, you got 4 right, and Warren, you also got 4 right, so the two of you share 2nd place. But Jim did best of all, getting
Yes!
5 and winning the round.
Fuck
And we
yeah.
shall immediately enter those
I
points
knew
into
Jim
the
would win.
scoreboard. And, well, that has truly helped Jim, because
I
the
told
brand
you.
new leader now with a Krypton factor of 24 is the man from Northwood, Middlesex, Jim Schechter.
I told you Jim was gonna take these fucking youngins to school. What'll he do? Taking them right to school. Physical ability.
Round 4
I'll
takes
bet.
us out to the Krypton Factor Assault Course, built specially for this program, but
All right, I don't know if
used
Jim
throughout
got
the
this
year
one.
by the Army. And usually the soldiers charge over those 20 tough obstacles in full Army uniform and carrying heavy backpacks, so perhaps we're not too cruel to our contestants after all.
True.
Take your marks!
Major Tony Carr starts the race, and taking advantage of the handicap system, Joe Edmonds nearest to us, a primary school teacher from Wakefield, and on the
Get a
far side,
full-ass
Paulette
head
Greenwich, Manchester PhD student, and going now to the rope swing. Oh, over she goes. That's one way of doing it, but it's not the perfect
Look at a
technique.
massive head start.
She, in fact, allowed Joe Edmonds to go ahead there because of that, but is finding her way back now and is almost level once more. Both determined young ladies,
God,
but
they get a
these two men
massive
are
head
equally
start.
determined. Nearest to us is Warren Mason, and on the far side, Jim Schechter.
Oh, come on, Jim.
Both very fit. Warren Mason keen on the triathlon, and on the far side,
Oh,
Jim
damn, all right,
Schechter,
Jim,
former
all right,
Great Britain
Jim.
water polo player. But it's Paulette Greenwich who has gone into the lead now, a few strides ahead
All
of
right,
Joe
Jim.
Edmonds. And let's see now what she makes of the second rope swing after her problems
Oh.
with the first, and she does that very nicely indeed. Now, Jim Schechter in 3rd place, just ahead of Warren Mason, but they're definitely closing the gap on Paulette here, who was a high jumper at junior level, so all the right qualifications for
check.
this course. And Jim and Warren using each other as pacemakers, that'll help them all the way down the course. just taking it easy at this stage. It's very easy to go far too fast at the beginning and run out of steam at the end, and they're pacing it nicely. Paulette, though, still has quite a good lead over them as she climbs up there. She was also a hurdler at junior level, so she is quite an athlete, and the question is, has she got the strength to hold on here as she climbs up to the top of that scramble net? Now note, as she's going over the top, the two men have yet to get to the bottom of it and start climbing, so her lead is pretty good. It all now depends on her stamina at the end of the race. Jim Schechter there is going to second place, and Warren Mason
I guess
now
that's
into
why
third
she got a head
place, so
start.
Joe is left back in fourth place. And they are
fucking
definitely
Joe got this
closing
whole
on
ass head
Paulette.
start. She's still fucking
She
sucked.
gets to the bottom of that scramble net.
Oh my God.
So Warren goes over in second place and Jim in third place, and it's a good battle between those two because Jim will want to be ahead of Warren as far as the overall situation is concerned. Through the water now for Paulette, and you can see she's tiring, hardly the strength to get up that inverted V.
Oh Lord, he's coming.
Warren is really opening out now. He's obviously paced this race beautifully, and he's left a lot for the finish. And he's going up now into the lead, I would say. In a couple more strides, he'll be ahead.
Look at Joe.
As Joe goes to the second of the water jump, still hanging in there. And Warren is in the lead, ahead of Paulette.
Oh!
Nasty mistake by Joe. She's down in the water, but she picks herself up. She's not injured, but it's a bit of a shock for her. As Warren comes down the aerial slide, just thinking now about his landing, about how he's going to place those feet as he hits the water. Up go the knees, and that's perfectly done. He's really finishing so strongly here. And Paulette hits the water in second place. Not such a good landing because, in fact, she pitched forward at the end of it.
Oh, my Lord.
So she's going to fight it out with Jim Schechter for second place because I doubt whether they can catch Warren Mason. Paulette,
Jim, come on.
Well ahead now of Jim in second place. Is having difficulty getting his hands out of the safety straps. But here comes the winner, Warren Mason. Judged the whole race magnificently and gets 10 well-earned points. And now who's going to get second place? Jim. Come on, Jim! His strength is beginning to show under that.
Come on, Jim!
Will his legs
Let's
hold
get
on?
it!
They do indeed. He comes across in second place.
I
6
fucking
points.
underestimated the old man.
Third with 4 points. Pity for her because she ran so
Where
well.
the fuck is Joe?
At the end. But we will now go to the scoreboard and a change again at the top. Back into the lead with a Krypton factor now of 32. Bolton student Warren Mason.
Is this the replay of the same smile every time? Intelligence.
Well, 2 rounds to go and a real seesaw battle developing in the lead there. This is the intelligence round featuring a 2-dimensional logic puzzle. In front of each of our contestants is a light box and a number of sections displaying parts of a compass. Their task is to arrange those sections in the frame so that they form the face of a compass. And finally, put in place the needle, which must point due north. Are you all ready, contestants? The test starts now.
All right, you got this, homies. Come on, Jim, you and your suit.
These are logic puzzles, and the logical start is to build from the bottom up so that all the sections are supported. And Warren's onto that right away. The S for south in place, but wrong with the southeast section, should be on the other side.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, Jim's got his southwest in the right position. That's good, but Paulette here starting from the top, which means she's got to hold on to the pieces with one hand, and that could be difficult. Joe Edmonds in third place going into the round, desperately needing to do well here, and that's pretty good. Warren corrected his southeast mistake now.
Nice.
It was easy to make those mistakes because looking down on that compass, you've actually got to reverse everything in your mind.
Oh, damn, look at Jim!
Jim, not as good as it looks. A couple of errors there. He's got some west sections on the east side.
Oh,
so he's trying to sort that out now. Paulette, well, she's really struggling, I'm afraid. Still working from the top down, and well, really, she's got a long way to go, an awful lot of work to do.
It's supposed to be big brain hours.
She does need some high points here. But this looks good. Joe Edmonds, only a couple of pieces left to slot in. That's one of them. And there's the other one. Now, just the needle, which must point due north. And there it is.
Nice.
10 points. Great performance and a winning smile if ever there was one. Jim still trying to sort out those problems, although he's nearly there now. But he's not going to beat Warren Mason, who finishes in second place and gets 6 points. Well done. Still checking it, but it's right. And Jim Schechter is in third place with 4 points. Well, that's what could be described as a magnetic performance by Joe. She gets the maximum points, takes her back into contention, as we'll see when we go to the scoreboard and check on the leadership. And in fact, he has increased his lead to 4 points now with a Krypton factor of 38. It's Bolton's Warren Mason.
Son of a bitch. No.
So the last stage of this ding-dong battle for victory, the sixth and final round. At the end of it, the outright winner will go through to the group final, and there's a chance for the runner-up too, if his or her score is high enough. 100 seconds of rapid-fire general knowledge questions, 2 points for a right answer, 2 points off for a wrong one. Ready on the buzzers, contestants? The clock starts now. Which bird in mythology is said to renew itself by burning to Joe?
Phoenix.
Correct.
Nice.
In the phonetic alphabet used for radio messages, the letter H is represented by which word? Joe?
Hotel.
Correct.
Oh.
What was the first name of the hotelier played by John Cleese in Fawlty Towers? Jim?
Basil Fawlty.
Correct.
Hey.
Borage, basil, coriander and burnet are all what? Joe?
Herbs.
Correct.
Oh, dear.
Who succeeded Herbert Henry Asquith as Prime Minister in 1916 and was called the Welsh Paulette?
Lloyd George.
Correct. During which
Nice.
war was the George Cross first awarded for gallantry by Joe?
First World War.
No, Second World War. Who declined an Oscar for
Well, she lost
playing
points.
Second World War General Patton in a 1970 film? Answer, George C. Scott. The Scot, Finlay Calder, was chosen this year as captain of which touring Joe? Quickly.
The Lions.
It is the British Lions. The Lion of Judah is the nickname of which emperor of
She didn't know
Ethiopia?
she guessed.
Paulette.
Haile Selassie.
Correct. What was the former name of Sellafield British Nuclear Fuels Reprocessing? Warren.
Windscale.
Correct.
Nice.
What was the occupation of Sir Francis Beaufort, who devised the wind scale named after him? The answer is Admiral. Who wrote the plays The Admirable Crichton, Mary Rose and Peter Pan? Warren.
J.M. Barrow.
Correct.
Nice.
Which barrier was officially opened in May 1980? Paulette.
Thames.
Correct. In The Tempest, who is the father of Miranda and rightful Duke of Milan? Answer is Prospero. Which area of the Yukon became suddenly prosperous in 1896 after... Jim?
Alaska.
No, the Klondike.
Shit.
Which dike or earthwork? That's it. The end of the round, the end of the
Jim's
contest. The
fucking
winner
pissed.
tonight with a Krypton factor of 42. The student from Bolton, Warren Mason.
Nice.
Well, the end of a great battle, and our congratulations on that splendid victory to Warren, which of course takes him into the Group B final in 3 weeks'
GG.
time. And Jim has set the standard for the best runner-up place in that final. He'll be there unless that score of 34 is beaten in the next 2 weeks. From all the contestants here, and from me, good
Good for
night.
Jim. Good night. Well. Youngblood just kicked his ass. Jim got the best runner-up skill though. Ooh, bullseye. Damn it, I really thought Jim was gonna take them youngins to school. He's a lot more athletic than I gave him credit for. I'm like, alright, well, I don't know if the old man's got this, but he was a lot more athletic than I gave him credit for. Good for Jim. I like Jim. Hope he cut his hair though, because that bald spot was noticeable. That was a reveal tonight. He was like, oh god, there's nothing there. Beard was epic though. So I wonder if he ended up getting to the final or whatever, because he got the what was it, the best runner-up score to that point. So good for him. That was a fun show. I didn't really know any of the general questions because it was mostly, it seemed a lot of it was British history. Some of it was world history as well. But it was like world history and British history. But I haven't been to school in a while, and and also like I'm not always as good as with fucking quick thinking and shit like that. I could never be on that show. I'd get 0 points. Maybe I'd win the race. Those would be my only points. But that's all I got. But anyway, that, ladies and gentlemen, was my reaction to the Krypton Factor. I enjoyed the show. I hope you guys did as well. And thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to like it. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch where I stream every single day, my second channel, Free Steam Reviews, my Twitter. If you want to follow me, my Patreon. If you want to support me, my Vimeo, all those things are in the description. Also in the description is a link to my schedule where you can see what's going to be posted daily on the channel. With all that being said, though, my name is Tafford16. This has been my reaction to the Krypton Factor. Almost forgot, thank you to all 24 of my patrons currently named in the description for your constant support of me and my channel. Appreciate you guys so much. With all that being said, though, my name is Tafford16. This is my reaction to Krypton Factor. See you guys next time.